Okay, let's go over our discussion boards. We'll have these every single week in this class. Sometimes there may be more than one a week. So this is something that's a big chunk of your grade. We actually have 7 of these that are required, 1 each week, and they're 30 points each. So that's 210 points of your grade that's coming from these discussion boards. So it's very important that you know how I grade these, where you get your points, and how to do them. We have a couple of extra ones in there as well, and these are bonus. This is where you get your bonus points for the class, is doing an extra discussion board. And of course, those are not mandatory, they're not required, but I encourage you guys to take advantage of those because that's really the only way I offer bonus points for this class. But for any discussion board that's required, I want you to look at our rubric right here, and this is available to you in Blackboard if you want to look at it. But this tells you where you get your points each week for your discussion boards. And we have 4 different criteria that I grade for your original post, and then I have 4 different criteria that I grade for your response post. So every week you will have a question or maybe even a video to watch, and it asks for your response on that. And I want you to post your original post, your original thread, with your thoughts or answers to that week's discussion board. And you'll have a deadline to do that each week. And then later on in the week, you'll get into Blackboard and read some of your classmates' posts, and you'll respond to one of those posts. And you'll have a deadline for that as well. So each week you'll be making 2 posts for each discussion. And here's where you'll get your points for the entire thing, all 30 points. So for your original post, if you look right here, this is what we're looking at, these first 4 things. So if you comprehended what I was asking you in the assignment, so did you watch the video that I asked you to watch? Did you read the assignment that I asked you to read? Did you understand and follow directions? I'll be able to tell that in your answer, and that you can earn up to 3 points just by understanding what the assignment is. You can earn up to 6 points on the critical thinking portion of your original post. So this means that you have been reflective in your work, you demonstrate understanding and meaningful understanding of readings and research, whatever I ask you to do in that discussion, or maybe even watching that video. And I will be able to tell if you actually analyzed the reading or the video, evaluated it, whatever. Those are the top levels of learning in Bloom's taxonomy. So if you are analyzing and evaluating like you should, you will be a critical thinker, and I'll be able to tell that in your post, and you can earn up to 6 points on the original post that you post. The communication for your original post, basically this is just making sure you follow basic rules of grammar, that you have correct spelling, punctuation, capitalization, everything is well composed and logical and organized. So how you communicate your answer in your post, you can earn up to 4 points on that. And the original post competence, this is if you submit it on time, if you were organized, if you completely answered all of the questions that I did ask, and if you have respect and courtesy to others in your post. So we have to be respectful and professional in these discussion boards. I know it's easy to go online and troll others because we're not actually talking to them face to face, but we're not doing that in this class. I realize that a lot of times we all have different opinions, and we're going to respect others' opinions instead of being disrespectful to them. And we're going to keep an open mind when we read everyone's posts. So that's part of this too. And you can earn up to 2 points on the original post for competence. And then I grade those same exact 4 things on your response to one of your classmates. And the points are the same for each one. So you get 15 points total for these 4 things on your original post. You get 15 points total for these 4 things on your response to one of your classmates' posts. And that's a total of 30 points for each discussion board. So let's go in and see how we submit these in Blackboard. Here's our course homepage. Let's go into our week 1 module and then go into activities, because this is where our assignments will be every week. There's our scavenger hunt. We'll have instructions on that in Blackboard that you'll be able to see. And then here is our first discussion board for this class, introductions. You can see here what I want in this discussion board. I tell you exactly what I want you to type out. So if you click on this link right here that says introductions, that will take you to where you post your thread for the discussion board. So for your first one, you're going to click create thread. And again, it tells you again that same question, everything that I want. So you can type in your subject just like if you were using a subject line in an email. And this is where you would type your introduction. So everything that I'm asking for right here, this is where you would type all this information out right here in the message. And you can actually format it. You can add links to websites. You can add a YouTube video, mashups. You can add an attachment. So this lets you get creative with your post. I don't really want you to attach any files on this. I really just want you to answer the questions right here, but you can use all of this to format. And here's the tricky thing again. If you click Save Draft, that does not submit it to where I can grade it or your peers can see what you have posted. You have to click Submit. If you don't click Submit, then it does not post it and I can't grade it, so you won't get any points. Here's how you know you did it right. This green bar will show up and it'll say Success, Thread, Introduction Created. And now you will be able to see all of your peers right here, everything everyone else has posted. And you can actually click on those to read them. And you can reply to them if you want to. This is how you do your follow-up post. So you've read one of your classmates' introductions. You can say, "Hi there, so-and-so. Nice to meet you." And in your response post, I want it to be more than "I agree with you" or "you made a good point on this." You actually have to elaborate. Tell them what you agree with or disagree with, and you can tell them that in a professional manner without being offensive in any way. But you need to have something a little bit more than "I agree with you" or "that's a really good point." You need to go into more detail than that. And you'll see each week when we make our post for our discussion boards what I'm talking about. There'll be plenty of things for you to comment on or ask questions on or something like this. We do these class discussion boards because we are not face-to-face and we require class discussions for all of our courses. And since we can't do that face-to-face, this allows us to do it. So consider your discussion boards a class discussion if we were meeting face-to-face. This is how we discuss certain items every week. So this is the way we get our discussion going. You can reply to their post, and that's what we consider the follow-up post or response post each week. Again, you click Submit. You'll get that little green thing that was just there saying submission was a success. And that's how you know that you've done your post for that week. And you'll see this each week. Let's go look at week 2 and see what we've got there. Okay, there's a really cool one on goals. So let's click on that one. Excuse me, create thread. There's actually a document here that you'll need to look at. It's a Word document, and you'll use it to help you set some goals for yourself. And there's a couple of graphics that tell you how to use the SMART method of setting goals. And you'll want to make sure that each of your goals uses all of these criteria. And then again, you'll just type your message, your subject, which will be goals. And you'll use that template right here to create the goals for yourself. But then you can copy and paste the goals right here. And again, you click Submit, and that's how I will grade it and how your classmates will see what your goals are, and they can comment on those to get their grades. So again, each week you'll have at least one of these worth 30 points. If there's an extra one, it will be worth bonus points, and there'll be instructions for the bonus on there as well. So if you have any questions about how to do these discussion boards, please let me know. It's important that you're clear on how to do these since it is for so much points. Remember, this is 210 points total for the semester. So you want to make sure that you understand how to do these. If you have any questions, let me know.